Hello, hello. How are you doing? Oh my gosh. Boy, do I have something for you. I have been up all night. I haven't been to sleep yet. So, something about Biden's speech he gave last night live for the whole world to see. I watched it again, and something just didn't seem right. The way he moved his head, not really, didn't really move his head. Um, and how he really didn't mess up when he was talking, right? So I jumped online and I got on Google and I searched for pictures um, from last night's speech that he gave. So I had a still shot I found of him, and then I dug deeper, looking for any kind of photo that looked similar to what the video was or the live speech he gave. The setting, him sitting in the Oval Office at the desk. And you're not going to believe it, but I found it. I believe I found the video footage of where they got the footage from to use last night. In my opinion, this is my opinion only. Don't take it serious. Wink, wink. Do your own research. But I do believe I found the video. And it is actually from June 2nd of 2023. So a little over a year ago. And oh my gosh, guys, this is bonkers. So I have a couple different things to show you. I have the video from last night's speech that Biden gave. And then I also have the video of a speech that he gave last year in June. I'm going to play them at the same time, side by side, and we are going to listen to how he talks, and we are going to watch his body movement and his hands. But pay close attention to his mouth area and his jaw and his forehead area, because when he usually speaks, his forehead gets pretty active. So we're going to watch those two videos at the same time, side by side, and the audio. So they're going to be talking over each other. And then after that, I have a surprise for you. So let's get into the video. The two videos. Okay, so the video on the left all right. So this video on the left, as you can see down here on the bottom, is from June 3rd, 2023. And this video is on YouTube, USA Today. Biden touts debt ceiling deal, tells nation crisis averted, on USA Today. So this is on YouTube. I will have the links in the description below that you can reference back onto. Now, the video on the right is from his speech last night that he did live, that the whole world watched. As you can see here on the bottom, July 24th, 2024. And this is on ABC News, right on YouTube. Full speech, President Joe Biden gives address after dropping out of 2024 election. Okay? So I'm going to play both videos at the same time. So pay attention to how his hands move, his facial expressions. He expresses with his mouth movements a lot in the video on the left, which is June of last year. And then pay attention to the video on the right, his mouth area. And you see how his shoulders are and how he presents himself on the desk. Okay, so I'm going to start the video on the right first and then the video on the left, and then they're going to play at the same time. So and listen to how each one of them are talking at the same time. All right, here we go.
My fellow Americans, when I'm speaking to you tonight from behind the resolute desk in the Oval Office, in this sacred space, Democrats and Republicans surrounded by portraits of extraordinary American presidents. Thomas Jefferson, America can never give in to that way of guide this nation. Look, the only way American democracy can function showed us presidents compromise and consensus. And that's what I work to do as your president. Implored us to reject malice, to forge bipartisan agreement where it's possible. Inspired us to reject fear. That's why I'm speaking to you tonight. I revere this office. To report on the crisis averted my country more and what we're doing to protect America's future. It's been the honor of my life to serve as your president. Passing this budget agreement was critical. But in the defense of democracy, the stakes could not have been higher. This is at stake. If we had failed to reach an agreement on the budget, there were extreme voices threatening to take America working for the first time in our 247-year history. This sacred task. To fall on our national perfecting our union. Nothing would have been more irresponsible. It's about you. So, your families. It was critical to reach your futures. And it's very good news for the American people. No one got everything they wanted, but the American people got what they needed. We averted an economic crisis, that I believe an economic collapse. We're cutting spending and bringing the deficits down at the same time. The decisions we make now to protect an important determine our fate of our nation, Social Security, and the world for decades to come. Medicaid, to veterans, to America's our transformational investments in infrastructure, between moving forward or backward, between hope and hate, between unity and division. We have to decide: do we still believe in honesty, decency, respect, freedom?
So, what do you think? Much different, right? So let's play the video on the left, a little bit of it just by itself. June 3rd, 2023.
The days of bipartisanship are over. And the Democrats and Republicans can no longer work together. But I refuse to believe that, because America can never give in to that way of thinking.
Pay attention to his mouth area and his forehead when he talks. He really has a lot of movement. So yeah, pay attention to his mouth area and how his forehead also is part of, his expression. Again, this is June 3rd. I think earlier I said June 2nd, but it's June 3rd, 2023. So a little over a year ago is this video here. Pay attention to his mouth area and forehead.
Look, the only way American democracy can function is through compromise and consensus. And that's what I work to do as your president. To forge bipartisan agreement where it's possible and where it's needed. That's why I'm speaking to you tonight. To report on the crisis averted and what we're doing to protect America's future. Passing this budget agreement was critical. The stakes could not have been higher. If we had failed to reach an agreement on the budget, there were extreme voices threatening to take America for the first time in our 247-year history into default on our national debt. Nothing would have been more irresponsible. So it was critical to reach an agreement. And it's very good news for the American people. No one got everything they wanted, but the American people got what they needed. We averted an economic crisis, an economic collapse. We're cutting spending and bringing the deficits down at the same time. We're protecting important priorities from Social Security to Medicare to Medicaid to veterans to our transformational investments in infrastructure and clean energy.
Okay. So again, that video was from June 3rd of last year, 2023. All right, now I'm going to play last night's speech, and we'll again pay attention to his mouth area and his, forehead area.
I'm speaking to you tonight from behind the resolute desk in the Oval Office. In this sacred space, I'm surrounded by portraits of extraordinary American presidents. Thomas Jefferson wrote the immortal words that guide this nation.
One thing I do want to point out is this mark right on his right eye next to his eyebrow on the inside part. This mark right here. Now look over here on the video from June 3rd of 2023. The same, right? And then his cheek area on the left side of his face, right here, the lines. And he's got the lines here.
George Washington showed us presidents are not kings. Abraham Lincoln, who implored us to reject malice. Franklin Roosevelt, who inspired us to reject fear. I revere this office, but I love my country more. It's been the honor of my life to serve as your president. But in the defense of democracy, which is at stake, I think it's more important than any title. I draw strength and I find joy in working for the American people. But this sacred task of perfecting our union, it's not about me. It's about you, your families, your futures. It's about we, the people. We can never forget that. And I know.
Yeah, Biden. Never forget that. Again, guys, this is all speculation. This is my research I did all night. Don't take it serious. Wink, wink. Do your own research. Now I have a surprise for you. Let me just switch on over. All right. So we'll get right into this one here. Sorry, guys. Doo-doo. All right. Now I think I got it. All right, here we go. So I did an overlay in Canva, and I found, or I grabbed a screenshot from the video we just watched from last year. And that is what this picture here is. Under this picture, I do have a screenshot from last night's video, the speech he gave live to the world, pretty much. I want to say again, this is, in my opinion only. Do your own research. Don't take anything I say serious. Wink, wink. But, okay, so this picture we're looking at is from June 3rd, 2023, the video on YouTube that we just watched. So this is from that speech. Under this picture, I have a picture from last night's live speech that he gave. And I overlaid. So here is last year's picture. And we're going to go into last night. This is last night's picture. Last year. Last night. Okay, now we're going to zoom in. This is last night. Last year. Last night. Last year. So, see these lines next to his nose? Pay attention to these lines right here. This is last year. Last night. Last year. Last night. Okay, so now we're going to zoom in a little more. And we're going to pay attention to his chin area and his neck. Okay, so this part on his neck. So this is last night. Last year. See this area right here on his neck and his chin? Pay attention. Last year. Last night. Kind of matches up perfect, don't it? All right. Now, we're going to take a look at his left ear. I'm going to jump it back. And we're going to zoom in. Now pay attention to this hair right here on that's not on his head, the hairs that are hanging off. Okay, so this is last year. To last night. Does that look like some Photoshop right here? They got rid of these little hairs, right? So this is last night to last year. Last night, last year. Now look over to the left side. We're going to take a look at his right side and his right ear. So pay attention to the hair. So this is last year. into last night. See that Photoshop right there? See that Photoshop around his ear? Now let's take a look at his ear. We're going to watch this top part of his ear and then inside part right here. You can already see the Photoshop around the edge. So this was last night from his speech he did live. So this is last night to last year. You see this part of his earlobe, or the inner part of his ear right there? This is last year to last night. Now look at that Photoshop on the outer part of his ear. Look at that. I don't understand why we have to be gaslighted. You know, this is ridiculous. All right. Now we're gonna watch this area above his eye. I pointed it out while we were watching the video, or the two videos at the same time, how this part above, right next to his eyebrow on his right side, was kind of a line, a kind of dark area. So this is last year to last night. Last year to last night. Last year to last night. Last year. And then this area right here on his nose. Pay attention to this dark area right here on his nose. So this is last year to last night. Last year, last night. And then on the right side of his nose, this area right here on the right side of his nose. Pay attention to this part. So this is last year to last night. Last year, last night. All right, let's jump down. We're going to look at his jacket right here, this area of his jacket. Okay, so this is last year to last night. Does this kind of look funny? Look around his neck area right here. So this was last night to last year. Last night, last year. Another part I wanted to show you was his shoulder, this area right here. Okay. So this is last year. Actually, it's this part right here. This was last night. To last year. Something's going on, guys. Something is going on. And I don't know. I do not know. So last year, last night, last year, last night. And pay attention to his left ear. Last night, last year. See the little hairs? So this is last year in June, June 3rd, 2023. July 2024. Looks still a little smudgy to me. Don't you think? See the little hairs? So this is last year to last night. Well, guys, what do you think? Am I just totally wrong? Or do you think there's something there? I think there is, personally, but don't take my, look at that. Two videos should not match up so good. They just should not match up like this. I don't know, in my opinion, right? I mean, shoot. The neck area alone. The neck area and his chin. This indent on his chin and then his neck. So this is last night. Last year. Last night. And look around here. This just looks all smudged. Look at this. Something's going on. Just in my opinion, guys. Watch his chin. This is last year, June 3rd, 2023. July 24th, 2024. That was not Joe Biden on live last night. In my opinion, don't take anything I say serious. But in my opinion, two videos should not match up like this. I mean, have you ever had two pictures a year apart that lined up perfect? Come on now. Look at that chin. Look at that neck. Last year, last night. Last year, last night. Last year, last night. Come on, guys. Something's up. Something is up. It should not be that perfect, right? Should not be that perfect. But anyways, guys, that's it. That's what I had for you. Please like, share, subscribe, comment down below what you think. Oh my gosh. Am I just out of my mind right now? Am I like totally bonkers? I don't know. I just have this weird feeling. Something's not right. Something is not right. My opinion, that's my opinion only. Do your own research. But yeah, I will have links to the 2 YouTube videos in the description down below for you guys, so that you can go and do your own research. But yeah, so that's what I got for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, please subscribe. I am trying to get my channel out there. I do this to spread awareness, because I believe that we're not being told everything, and I'm tired of being gaslighted. And yeah, we deserve to know what's going on. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will chat with you again real soon. All right, guys, thanks. Bye.